What is going on, everybody? Yes, this indeed is what you think it is. Do not adjust your screens. This is not, I don't know, 2018? I forget what year it even was at this point. But I was sitting down today and I was like, you know what? I really want to play some Tinkering Assassin. There's actually, shout out, let me get the name for you. Shout out to Kibbs on Discord. So, Cribs had messaged me and was like, hey, you should come back to TESL. And, you know, we talked back and forth a little bit. People have reached out to me before, so, like, I'm always excited to talk to you guys. But Cribs was like, you should come back to TESL. And then, after that conversation yesterday, I was laying in bed last night and I was like, you know what? I haven't tinkered in a long time. And TESL still is my favorite CCG of all time. And Tinkering Assassin is still the single most fun deck that I've ever played in any game ever. I don't expect this to go well, because I don't really remember the library of cards in this game. And a big part of Tinkering Assassin, the reason why, it's a fun deck to play no matter what, even if I'm playing bad. But one of the reasons why it was good was if you had really strong comfort levels and knowledge of the game, knowing what each deck you were playing against was doing and what they were trying to do to you, you knew exactly what cards you needed to tinker or what outs you needed. Or, you know, one of the best things to do was, if you had a 6-drop, know exactly which 8 drops could potentially be coming out, and then you'd kind of skew your plays based on that. So things like that were kind of integral to the experience of playing a tinkering deck. And obviously I am way out of practice with all of that. But we're playing a Slay deck, so already on point. Completely on point, and I love it. Although I have no ways to deal with supports. It's always been one of the weaknesses of this deck. Next turn I think I'll be on Wayne, so I will draw a card, which is fine, because I actually don't really love my current hand. Not that I don't love it. There's good cards in here. I just need more tools. We got our 0-cost tinkering, so that's already half the battle.
Eureka!
+1/+1 drain right now. Honestly, I still think it's
There
pretty
will
good.
be sweetness for this one tonight.
We need to keep developing. There's even a chance that we play the queen next turn. I don't really want to just start healing for a ton, so ideally we draw something else that gives me another play. So I don't want to heal too much to where none of our rooms get broken, but they also might not really be going for a health game plan. Mundus Stone. Jesus Christ. We're back, baby. I cannot ask for a better first game back than
This one will be going. Time to make more.
Mundus Stone Night Mother Slay deck versus Tinkering. This is peak TESL right here. This is what I loved about it. Even if I get my ass kicked here, I don't care. What is all these supports? I'm just gonna start swinging.
This one will be going.
Is it worth tinkering now? I could get up to a 6-drop, but that doesn't really do a lot for me. I think we just pass. I don't even have a dead creature for Elfie Conjurer. That is so very rarely the case, especially in tinkering. So I guess on that front, I still could do it next turn though. I could tinker to get something in the graveyard for Elfie.
You must be cleansed.
We got a Drain Shadowfen. Definitely gonna try and kill this person before they start doing any of the things that they're doing.
You are full of surprises. This one will be going. Yes.
I definitely want to kill the drain. I think I will get the Spy Master out. Let's tinker our 3-drop into a 4. That is a very nice 4-drop to get. Praetorian Commander is actually awesome to grab here, and then we'll tinker that right into a 7. That was not a great 7-drop to get, but the high roll, or I guess, yeah, the high roll of the Praetorian Commander makes the low roll of the Dark Harvester worth it. You have to take the good and the bad here. We do have 2 different 6-power cards, so we could potentially rune skip here. Except now that charge made that not possible.
I will.
I do have Debilitate. Crossbow? Wow. Okay. We still have a potential lethal play here with Leaf Lurker, depending on the rune status.
The forest is my cloak.
The battle is
First game back, we're taking dubs? We're taking dubs first game back? Are you kidding me? Hell yeah. Let's go. I'm not leaving you guys with just one, though. We're going to get a second one. It feels so nice to play Tinkering again. Just nothing hits. Like, Marvel Snap is probably the second best CCG I've ever played. And they're obviously completely different games as well. This plays out in a more traditional Hearthstone sense. I love Snap for the quick, no pun intended, snappy games. But this has that massive nostalgia factor going for me as well. What do we got here? We definitely put the Beetle back. I think it's a full ship, actually. Could have considered keeping the Desperate Conjuring. Also, hello, Malovera, if you happen to be watching.
Welcome, friend.
Greetings, citizen.
I will say, coming back to this game after a long absence shows that the client definitely needed more work. This client does feel a little bit sluggish at times. Varanus Courier. Did I put this in the deck? Oh no, I think I got it from Mudcrab. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Swiftly and silently.
I ain't mad about that.
Did I stutter or something?
Did I stutter or something? I miss so many of these cards. Oh, this feels so nice. I still have a bit of a cold, so I apologize for that.
They will meet their makers.
DFM is a thing.
I will not waste words on one so ugly.
I don't think DFM is what they got from Mudcrab. I drew all 3 of my elusive schemers. I didn't even realize that. It's really bad for now, but like, if I get them going, this could potentially be solid. Although I assume this is going to be a control deck and we're not going to have a great time here.
What color is a coward's blood?
You'll not be rid of me that easily.
So we technically have like Firebolt and Swing into Daggerfall if we have to, just to get that out of there, keep some of our stuff alive. But this has always been one of the toughest matchups. They just have too much removal, and we can't typically push enough damage in the right way to really slow this deck down. We'll see though. This is one of those games, like, this is a matchup where when I was in practice and kind of at my peak, so to speak, it was still a very tough matchup, don't get me wrong, but it was something that I could kind of navigate better. I don't think that I'm necessarily going to be able to pull this out, so I'm going to apologize in advance for my rusty gameplay. Hannibal.
You waste my day.
We'll do it.
You'll not be rid of me that easily.
Getting a Leaf Lurker is great. If they start playing some big guards, we can, you know, Leaf Lurker it down. They are leaving this on the board, which, I mean, it's likely they have a silence at some point. So it's not like I'm going to say this is incredible, but it is getting more likely that we get value out of it. So Moonphase is on draw a card as well right now.
What color is a coward's
But I think I'm
blood?
just going to keep trying to cycle the schemes. So I'm going to draw all three. I might as well try and get 3-0 cost ones into the deck. Next turn I could play out Hannibal, but my expectation is that it just instantly gets Javelined or something. I don't think it's going to stick on the board very long at all. And to that end, I might want to hang on to Hannibal. And then until I have, like, on turn 9 with Tinkering. Or turn 10 with, what's it called? Conjuring. I'm pretty sure I have a couple copies of Strange Brew in this deck, unless I took them out. I'm not sure. I can't even remember what the construction of this deck was after all this time.
You must be cleansed.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Gotcha.
Moonphase is on draw a card.
The Black Hand sees all.
Shall we put in a dishonest
Just get out
face?
Brynjolf for now. A lot of cycle going into the deck. I just, like I said, it's the damage output that concerns me. Also, sorry about I have a little cold thing going on. It's wreaking havoc. This is an easy Jav target. There we go, that should help a little bit more. So we have 3 Assassins from Unglim in the deck and 2-0 cost Schemers, soon to be 3. We have a lot of draw in the deck, which should be able to help us cycle through to the things we want. Now we just have to be very cognizant of how we use our resources, and that's our way out of this. Like I said, I assume this is just going to eat a Jav or an Edict or something like that. This, I assume, is going to trade with the Schemer. Although they might kill that just to not have a 0-1 for fodder with Tinkering.
Are you in kind for this?
This might actually already be a Leaf Lurker turn. And I can Leaf Lurker and Moonphase, so that's
Your
pretty
death
sweet.
will be swift.
Let's
I
take our
can
damage
smell
first.
it, feel it.
What color is a coward's blood? The forest is my cloak.
Have another.
I assume a Ice Storm is coming out, so I want to make sure that if they Ice Storm, they kill their own thing as well. We've pushed a little damage. By no means enough damage. We're still far off. We still have all of our Tinkerings and all of our Conjurings in the deck.
Nalado will make them pay.
Is that the one that destroys a card? Yeah. Okay.
Mother of mud.
Killing Brynjolf is a thing. What do I have? 6, 7 on the board. I have Skeleton Mage. If I wanted to kill the Queen's Captain.
Do not take you. What color is a
This
coward's
one will
blood?
be going. Yes.
Okay. So if I wanted to skeleton mage, I could. If I Hannibal. It would just be learning Firebolt. I don't like the way this turn came out, but that's okay. It was not a horrible turn. Really was trying to save the skeleton mage, but the Hannibal plays were just winding up awkward with trying to... I wanted to clear everything, and I don't think I could with Hannibal plus Mage Guild Recruit and getting the Firebolt out. So that's why I wanted to play that I did.
At the ready.
Okay.
I smell the stench of the living.
Okay.
Watch yourself now.
Okay. I might even just draw a card with the courier here. Like double trade and draw.
Die like a dog. And make my
We got a bolt.
death mean something.
I lurk in the shadows, waiting.
Alfique. Now, if that's not an Ice Storm board, I don't know what is.
This one will be going. Yes.
Do not take you.
Don't want to give them the sleigh. What if I go for like
Approach and be recognized.
Queen, Harpy, and maybe like a
I'll learn this spell yet.
It also cheapens Lightning Bolt so I could play it with Hannibal. Maybe try and get some Hannibal reach. Most important thing is we put out a board that demands an answer, and we can refill decently with Alfique. Obviously, they're still going to probably have Dawn's Wrath. I think there's even an 11 cost card that came out after I stopped, or as I stopped playing. I think a new era or something like that shuffles everything into somebody's deck. So they have answers. We just have to find our way out. Start getting some zero cost schemers, which will kind of continuously refill the board as well. Definitely a tight matchup. Something 11 costs. It could be a new era. It's Marak. Okay.
Eureka!
Death comes on silent wings.
Just gonna push all the damage I can. And then go Hannibal, Lightning Bolt to get rid of it. Now they're gonna have to silence this. If they have more silence, they're going to silence it, I should say.
Nicely done.
We honestly even have a play here of if they trade into the Skeletal Mage to avoid the lethal, we could potentially debilitate if they play something big that'll kill Marak, and we can still kill it with the lethal. Not as likely to be relevant, but just having options is really nice. Let's see what they got. We still have Alfique in hand. And honestly, we've been pushing this kind of damage without drawing any of our tinkering cards. We've just kind of been keeping up consistent pressure. That's not to say this game is over. They have plenty of removal, plenty of heal probably. A Dark Seducer could completely screw us up. Doppelganger is a good play.
I shall tell your target deceivers.
A few drinks, a few
Ooh, okay.
What could be
I like what I'm seeing.
Summoned again. I applaud you.
What's Haskell do? Draws a card.
You'll not be rid of me that easily.
Top deck into the lightning bolt.
A fine battle.
That is the most classic TESL ending to a game, is draw the lightning bolt. Oh god. We got the whole shebang on this one. We didn't really get that much crazy tinkering, but like we got the whole shebang. That was gorgeous. I was honestly like playing poetry out. Alright guys, I don't expect anybody to really watch this video because this game is so old at this point, but I just really wanted to record it, so I did it. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.